We have made it to the Big 5-0, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all kinds. Hey, welcome to Soapbox Daily. I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and welcome to episode 50. And TGIF to you, what better way to conclude a Friday than the Big 50 show? Yes, this is the Big 50 show of Soapbox Daily. And today we are discussing, our topic is, do we really need to be sheep to fashion trends? Yes, that's what we're discussing today. Do we really need to be sheep to fashion trends? I think it's an interesting subject. A sheep in any capacity, whether or not it's a fashion trend, but fashion trends are not necessarily just clothes. It could also be, of course, the actions or behavior or mindset of the day. But we're going to focus on the clothes, and you can just, translate into the other. And hey, before we end this week of this great Friday and this amazing Friday, going into an amazing weekend, how is your integrity? How was your integrity this week? Did you have a good integrity week? Did you be the positive change the world needs? Only you will know. And you know what? Next week's another week, so you could always improve on it next week. But hey, be the change the world needs. Keep your integrity in check. It's important. We need to make a change in this world, folks, and it starts with you. Also, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this show and our long format show. Also, all the links at the top, please check them out. I'm not going to give you the drill. If you've been listening long enough, you know. The links are there. The information's on the page. And you can also check out the FAQ. Other than that, hey, let's get into today's topic. And this is a little bit of a write-up, so this might be a little longer than normal show for this Friday, but it is the Big 50, the Big 50 show. So I wanted to make sure I gave you some full-length comments. So, I got a little thing written up here, and I'm going to read it off to you, and we'll discuss it. So here we go. I knew I'd be sucked in, or I'd been sucked in, when I added the Birkenstock clogs to my cart. The ones, the croc extended shoes found on the feet of every trend-setting celeb of sorts, as an example. Obviously, they're slipping socks underneath to complete the look. I mean, you gotta do that. Though my rational brain says these shoes are objectively ugly, my irrational brain says buying them will make me a happier, clickier, chic, altogether better person. A logical conclusion, of course. While I hovered over the purchase or confirm your purchase button on the Birkenstock website, I was reminded that my obsession with these shoes is not of my own. I had been swayed by hordes of people at the gym who wear them to and from class, and by influencers who have, truly influenced me. I clocked my sheep-like behavior and reflected on the tribalism linked to trends. Their dominance is surely an indication of an innate desire we have to conform and feel similar to those around us. But if the pull of trends feels so ingrained, then how do we resist their magnetism? And that's actually, I found that written up and changed it a bit, but that's probably how most people feel that follow trends. This is their reflection. There's their idea when it comes to giving in to this sense of tribalism and fitting in. I mean, often trends come from what is happening in culture at the moment. We've just gone through a very stay-at-home period, and now people are really wanting to come out and be joyful. So color is really on trend, as opposed to dark, somber colors. Bright pops of color are really in. People just want to be happy and excited because, we're no longer confined because of COVID. Everyone that wants new and not everybody, but, the general consensus is everybody wants what's new and what's coming up and what's the hottest thing in fashion. Everyone wants to look like they're at the forefront of something, which I kind of disagree. Not everybody does, but I guess the majority does. The thing is that most people are scared or unwilling to stand out for some good reason. Ostracization, where you get ostracized, is a legitimate fear for the vast amount of humanity. I mean, picture wearing something you yourself would find offensive if someone else wore it whilst in the midst of a shopping mall. I mean, I've often tossed the idea around, or the idea of a man wearing a Rocky Horror Picture Show type outfit. For example, leather thigh-high boots and a corset, or something of the sort, standing there in the middle of masses of staring people. How exactly would you feel? Some don't mind it. I mean, I know I don't mind it. I mean, other people think that it is morally incorrect to purposely draw attention to oneself by wearing clothes they consider outlandish. At one time, many decades ago, Some people got mad at me personally for wearing combat type boots, for example, on the claim that I just wanted people to look at me. I mean, I found this claim troubling even back then, as I find being in the spotlight distasteful to a degree. Perhaps the reason I even remember that incident and criticism, because, I really didn't want to stand out. Well, I should say it wasn't that bad, but the goal was to wear what I wanted and walk my own walk. Because you see, I have to conclude that people looking at me is a legitimate result of wearing non-standard attire. I mean, people are going to notice the differences. Some people wear differences to stand out. Others just want to wear their own thing, like I did. I just wanted to wear what I wanted to wear, walk my own walk. Of course, out of all these examples, the third group, who risks both above results with what they wear, consider these points as a type of liberation. That is, people like me who at least semi-purposely do not conform to gender or social norms, at least as far as fashion is concerned. I make no claims or, inferences to other extensions of said norms. I mean, whoever you want to consider being norm, whatever you consider to be norm, it's up to you. I mean, I think as someone of the third group, normal is a state of mind, but many have FOMO, especially kids and teenagers. Fear of missing out. Of course, there's those of you that don't know what FOMO means. I prize my extremely practice, and I have to point out that resisting crowd pressure is a learned skill, not an inherent one. I mean, I prize my extremely practiced ability to ignore the urge to conform. No, I am not a sheep, but maybe some don't have the confidence to set their own trends. Some just don't. A good portion don't have the confidence to set their own trends. Maybe it's a deeper issue on a mental level we should be empathetic to. Maybe some just like the make of the brand. Maybe some are truly sheep and just want to fit in due to FOMO. As far as what a good sense of style is, I am clearly not the person to ask. I do my own thing. I walk my own walk. The only time I change is, because my girls want me to, because they are trendy. It is what it is. To each their own. But this is where I'm going to conclude. Are you a sheep or are you a trendsetter? That's up to you. But this is going to conclude this topic for today. Hey, you know what? It's Friday. I'm out of here. I want to wrap up the day and try to have a good weekend. It's been a long, rough week. I hope you have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend. Please keep your integrity in check. Check out getoffmysoapbox.com. I am your host, Matt Morgan. Have a great one. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next episode on Monday. Bye for now.